Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Last week I opened this map set for the first time, UNESCO World Heritage Sites. I really enjoyed playing it and I know some of you enjoyed watching it too, so I figured I'd come back for another round. As you can see, 14,141 points I got last time in 12 minutes and 30 seconds, so we'll try and do better than that. But really I think the value in this map is being transported to some absolutely fantastic locations. Of course, because they are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, you kind of know that you're in for something exciting. So thank you very much to Simi for creating this map. Let's hit play. Why don't we limit ourselves to some time limit just to keep things going. We'll say 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but moving, panning and zooming allowed. Okay, start the game. Loading, where will we end up? Right, okay, this is a fantastic looking town. European, it appears at first. We've got here Bernard. Possibly French, with a name like Bernard. Saint Bernard, of course, could be in Switzerland. Not sure. Interesting. Lovely church. Cathedral, possibly, even. Oh, goodness. How do we go back? I want to go back. Easiest way sometimes to go back is to start again. There was something, on this. That's what I want to see. Basilica Egida. Basilica Egida. Right, interesting. Well, we're in Europe. Are we in the European Union? Yes, we are. Slovenska Posta. Okay, is that Slovenia or Slovakia? Slovenska. Not sure. Slovenia, and also, they don't neighbour, so you've got to be right. Interesting. Slovenska. I'm going with Slovenia because because it's more in the name. Slovenia versus Slovakia would change there, I assume. So we've locked it down to Slovenia. Got some signs up here. So what do we have? Do we have some interesting signs? Please help me out. Vizetsky Grad. This isn't Ljubljana because I've been there. Let us go back to the cathedral and just use that name. Why not? Let's SV Egida. Oh, I don't know. Not sure on this one. It is a lovely looking town. I mean, it's really quite pretty. Slovenska Sporteria. I'm going to go up here somewhere. Why don't we go there? Because it looks like a small town. And it's just got that sports shop in it. So, it was Slovakia. Great. Okay, well. My logic there, sorry, just to finish my sentence, is that it had a sports shop in it, and I thought it looked like it sold sort of ski gear. And this, in Slovenia, you do have some skiing, and it's up in the north. So that's why I went with the north, and frankly, I didn't recognize it. But the reason I didn't recognize it is because it wasn't even in Slovenia. We were in Slovakia. So now we know. Slovenska. Slovakia. Start again. And it certainly looked very beautiful. I should have zoomed in then and actually figured out where we were. So my apologies. We're on Rue Saint-Jean and Place du Gouvernement. Is that government? Yes, it is. The Place du Gouvernement. Okay, very good. This, could be any French city as far as I'm concerned at the moment. So we need to figure out which one. Place du Gouvernement. I mean, government place, feels like it could be Paris. I mean, no reason really to suspect otherwise. We've ended up in a nice town square here. Few sort of tradesmen's vans around and so on. So possibly we can glean some information from them because they might. Well, we've passed it now. Going to back out of this alleyway if we can. We can't, it seems. I want to try and get to a major square or something else. We're going to be in in a pretty old school French town, it seems. Ignoring those vans again for the second time. Let's see what we've got here. If this is Paris now, we might be able to recognize it a bit more. It seems that I cannot click ahead a significant distance to get onto a main road. So what do we have here? This is a major river. So I'm guessing we're in Paris. We've got a minute on the clock. So we need to figure out now where in Paris we are. Yes, it looks like a pretty major town to me. I'm sure there are other major French cities with rivers in them. But, you know, the main one is obviously Paris. So, you know, and we've got here a pretty big building. So with 30 seconds left to go, the Cour d'Appel. Let's see if we can't figure that out. I might not have left myself enough time here to guess this one. The Cour d'Appel. Let us try and use the geography of where we are to figure this out. Zoom out, please. And let's look at the river. The river is directly to the southeast of us. So, you know, we're possibly... hard to tell which way it's going as well. I'm going to put us here in the 16th arrondissement. And we were not in Paris. We were in Lyon. Very good. Well, I did not know that. And yes, it is a pretty major river that flows through Lyon as well. So... no good, unfortunately. Well, we still got 3,700 points, but I think that's pretty generous, to be honest. Goodness, look at this fantastic place. Wow. What a building. What is going on here? We're in India. I would have said that already, but we've seen the flag now. We're definitely in India. Just look at this. Right, the question is where? Possibly New Delhi. I've not been to New Delhi, personally, so, you know, don't know, really. There are major cities in India, you know, all of them huge. You know, this could easily be Mumbai. I'm actually in a photosphere, I think is the right word, so I can't move from here. Let's just, this is probably one of those that's best just figured out by actually getting in there and looking. So, you know, we could be in New Delhi, we could be in Mumbai here, we could be in any one of these kind of major cities where, you know, just look at that fabulous Victorian architecture, I think that really is. We've got here Old Delhi, Connaught Place. This could easily be some building around here. I'm just going to put a pin down as a safety pin, of course. What do we actually have here? The Central Secretariat building. I'm just looking at the actual building structure. So the building is to our west. And it looks to me as if then there's a series of major roads that come into it, sort of east. So major roads are north, south, and then in two directions off 1, 2, and 3 actually. No. So, you know, possibly here. National War Memorial. No, that's not right. It needs to be a bigger building than that. Which way did I say it was? The building is to our east, so we are to the west of it. Yeah. Not sure, and we haven't had the chance to explore Mumbai either, I'm afraid. So, you know, not sure. We're possibly in New Delhi. I'm sticking with New Delhi, but we were in Mumbai. So, I'm sensing a theme in this game. We guessed Paris when it was Lyon. We guessed New Delhi when it was Mumbai. So, you know, and I think there was one more in there as well that we didn't quite get right either. So, unfortunately, not doing superb. However, there's no doubt about it. We are definitely landed in some very exciting places. So we've got here the Bank of Austria. So I think once again we've nailed the country. Back in a photosphere as well. So I'm afraid I can't move. I think the best thing to do this time round then is like before, in when we were in India, is explore, and if we don't see what we're looking for in the city that we start with, we'll move on. Let's start with Vienna, just because, you know, We probably should. No idea if the centre of Vienna is a UNESCO World Heritage Site or not, but it's highly plausible, isn't it? So, what do we have here? We've got the Dom Church St. Stephen. And let's just try and orient ourselves still. Looking there dead west. So the church goes east-west. The tower, the spire... Sorry, we're looking there dead east. The spire is on the eastern end of that building. Can we see that from this... Does this look correct? Are there two spires at the top? So I'm going off the geography of this building now. I think there are, you know. I think there are. That's two spires there, and then a main tower slightly to the southern side as well, which is possibly that. So I think we might have found it. That would put us here. Can we see a cafe Weinroom? And what is this hotel? The D & Co. The D.O. and Co. Hotel. Yes, it's right here. The D.O. and Co. Hotel. Fantastic. So actually we're more outside of that hotel even. So look, we've absolutely nailed that. I finally got to the right city in this place. So worked there purely off the architecture of this absolutely fantastic looking cathedral, which is called the Domchurch or Domkerk, forgive me please, Saint Stephen or Saint Stephen. Fantastic. So I'll leave us with that view and hit guess. 5,000 points, 3 yards from the correct location. Well, that's good. Let's move on to the final round here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at this. That is just magnificent. Sun directly in the south there, so that puts us up north. And looking down here, a very interesting feature. That is a helipad down there for a helicopter. So it looks to me like this is an extremely remote location. And possibly the only way onto this island that I think we're on is via this helipad. And maybe there's a lighthouse there as well. Lots of islands around here. The sun firmly in the south and quite low in the sky. So I think we're fairly far north. We've got here, are they some people? They are some people, some outdoorsy people. This to me feels like Norway, feels like it could be the Faroe Islands, Greenland maybe. It's a real archipelago, isn't it? So what do we make of that? Could be Canada. There's lots of islands off here, but I don't think they're that mountainous. I think more likely we're in Norway. And we've been here, we've been in this sort of situation before. Just the other week, in fact, I think I guessed the Faroe Islands when we had a thing in Norway. So perhaps I'll learn my lesson. Lofoten is a fantastically gorgeous area. I know that. I think we might be up here, So many islands. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Here. Somewhere like that. We were on this island, Vega, last time. So what's stopping us from putting a guess there again? I think we were about here. Perhaps we're on another island. Perhaps we're on Sula. Where are we looking? We're looking out dead south, aren't we, actually? And there's lots of islands there to the south and moreover to the east. And so that would make sense that we're off the western coast of Norway here, where we see lots of things out to the east. So maybe we're in this area here, Mudvert, with a few islands. I'm going to put a pin down there, Mudvert. That could be really interesting. Oh no. Well, there we go, people. It goes to show. I'm thinking wrong tonight. Not fired up, I'm afraid. We were on the Skellig Islands. Right, okay. And we were actually on Great Skellig by St. Fionnan's Monastery. And this is part of Ireland. And there we go. We were looking back at not a lot of islands, if I'm honest, but rather the coast of southwest Ireland. And there we go. What a coastline it is. Well, that's absolutely magnificent. I would have had no idea that we were there. So one of the reasons I really enjoy playing this map set. So another great game. Look, I didn't do very well points wise. I think the last one was 14-141. So 15-360. I did beat that a little bit. But we, on plenty of occasions, we didn't end up in the right place. We guessed Slovenia when we were in Slovakia. We guessed Paris when we were in Lyon. We guessed Norway when we were in Ireland. We did get Vienna right. And in India, we guessed New Delhi when we were in Mumbai. So lots to learn there. But nonetheless, I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.